Welcome to the first meeting of the 2026 session. You ready?
Okay, it's 7:04, so I think we can get started. All right, the council will come to order. All rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence in honor of our veterans, service members, and those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. We honor and acknowledge the Massachusetts, Pennacook, and Pawtucket peoples whose ancestral lands we now call home and on which we gather today. We express gratitude to the indigenous peoples who have cared for this land for generations, predating European colonization and continuing to the present. Moving forward, we are committed to ensuring that the histories, voices, and contributions of indigenous peoples are recognized and respected in the life of our city. Will the clerk now call the roll?
Councilor Clone-Hayes. Here. Councilor Condon. Here. Councilor Crowe is not with us tonight. Councilor Linehan.
Here.
I'm sorry, you're out of order.
Oh, that's
we'll
okay.
Fix that. Councilor Luong. Here. Councilor McDonald. Here. Councilor O'Malley. Here. Councilor Sika. Here. Councilor Simonelli. Here. Councilor Taylor. Here. Councilor Winslow. Here.
Okay, welcome, Councilor Luong. That was nice to hear. So under the provisions of the open meeting law, for those of you in attendance, please be informed that UMA, Urban Media Arts, will be recording this evening's meeting. So just be aware that there will be audio and video recordings of this meeting. First order of business. First order of business is public comment, which is allowed under council rules. Each speaker is limited to the subject matter relevant to this evening's agenda and must keep comments to 2 minutes or less. City Clerk, do we have anybody signed up for public comment?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. Next order of business is the consent agenda. This evening's consent agenda consists of 14 petitions to be referred to license committee, and 5 papers to be referred to public property, and 1 communication to be placed on file. Does any councilor have a desire to remove any of these items from the consent agenda for the purpose of further discussion?
Motion to approve.
Okay, seeing none, we have a motion to approve from Councilor Sika, seconded by Councilor Simonelli. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Okay. So those are, the agenda is approved. Next order of business.
Paper 22-26, the 2026 Council President will announce the appointments of the 2026 Council Committees.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And bear with us for just one moment. In the interest of making this a little bit easier for the public to see, instead of having to just listen to things as we read them out loud, I've asked my Council President Pro Tem to fire up a brief set of slides that I have to go along with the committees. So let's see. Madam Clerk, you said that you had not brought the list of committees, so let me actually get my computer up. Sorry, we're just juggling devices here. Well, if it's okay with you, is it appropriate for me to just read the list of committees?
Yeah, totally, yep.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you. I know. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to pass around a hard copy to everyone. So let me see. Split this down. I can pass those that way. I'm not sure if I have enough, but here you go. Okay, so if we can go to the next slide, if you don't mind, Councilor McDonald. So I'm going to get started by reading the standing committees for this year, starting with the Community Engagement and Inclusion Committee. I've appointed Chair Councilor Clone-Hayes, Vice Chair Councilor McDonald, and Member Councilor O'Malley. For our Finance Committee, I've appointed Chair McDonald, Vice Chair Councilor Taylor, and members Councilors Condon, Luong, Sika, and Simonelli. For the License Committee, I've appointed Chair Sika, Vice Chair Councilor Condon, and members Councilors Clone-Hayes, Simonelli, and Taylor. For the Personnel and Appointments Committee, Chair Crowe, Vice Chair Taylor, members Councilors Condon, Clone-Hayes, and Luong. Public Safety, Chair Condon, Vice Chair McDonald, members Councilors Sika, Simonelli, and Winslow. Public Property, Chair Luong, Vice Chair McDonald, Members Linehan, Sika, Simonelli. And finally, for the Rules and Ordinance Committee, Chair Winslow, Vice Chair Cologne Hayes, and members Crow, Linehan, and O'Malley. Can we go to the next slide for special committees? Thank you, Councilor McDonald. For the Arts and Culture Committee, I've appointed Chair Taylor, Vice Chair Linehan, and members Crow, Luong, and Sika. For Charter Review, Chair Winslow, Vice Chair O'Malley, member Simonelli, City Clerk ex officio Carol Ann Desiderio, and Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer ex officio Ronald Hogan. Waterfront Access, Chair Cologne Hayes, Vice Chair Crow, members O'Malley, Simonelli, and Winslow, and Harbor Master ex officio Neil Anderson. We have a new committee that I've decided to set up this year with Chair Taylor, Vice Chair Luong, and members Condon, Crow, and McDonald. And then you may recall that earlier this year we have two new committees that have not actually met, with the exception of the Code of Conduct Committee, which I think met once, but we haven't really gained as much traction as we would have liked because of the business of the override taking up the bulk of our fall docket. So I'm considering these to still be new, but I'd like them to really have the ability to do a lot more business this year, now that we have more time. And those are the Library Committee with Chair Winslow, members Condon, Linehan, and Taylor, and the Code of Conduct Committee with Chair McDonald and members Cologne Hayes, Crow, Luong, and Sika. The only, the only change there is to add our new Councilor Luong to the Code of Conduct Committee. And then if we can go to the next slide. Okay, give me 1 second. And finally, our ex officio committees. Many of these have statutory reasons for having counselors, either because their ward requires somebody to be from that ward on that committee, or we need a certain number of counselors to be appointed to these committees. So some of these have a limited scope, meet during the day, or have a finite task and will sunset once that project or scope is done. So some of these, won't exist after this year. Some of them exist long term. So for these, we have very few new, most notably the Municipal Building Committee to construct a salt shed and boathouse as part of the Riverworks project. So you'll see very few changes here. On our ex officio committees, we have for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, Linehan, Climate Action and Sustainability, McDonald, Complete Streets, Winslow, Comprehensive Plan Steering, Linehan and O'Malley, Library Trustee, Linehan, Malden Riverworks, Cologne Hayes, Municipal Building Committee for the Salt Shed and Boathouse Construction, which had our first meeting just this week, Crow, Linehan, and Winslow, Open Space, Taylor and Cologne Hayes, Problem Property, Crow, Sign Design, Sika and Taylor, Site Plan Review, RIO, MBTA, O'Malley and Linehan, Site Plan Review, Malden River, Cologne Hayes, Crow, and Winslow, and Site Plan Review, Rose Quarry, McDonald, and Sika. I do have some brief remarks that I wanted to read, and if Councilor McDonald, if you wouldn't mind just showing my final slide, I have some overarching goals that I wanted to share, how I thought about putting this together. So in forming these committees, I took great care to ensure that we had both the stability of experience leading our standing committees, given the volume of business that we are expected to come through finance and ordinance this year, while also making sure to provide new opportunities for growth for our other counselors, for additional counselors. I do really want to thank our committee chairs who have agreed to multi-year appointments, because chairing subcommittees requires a tremendous amount of organization and attention to detail and fairness. And assigning members so that there's minimal overlap and so that all can achieve quorum to meet every week is a very complicated puzzle. At the same time, the number of ex officio committees requiring counselor appointments has grown year over year, so that many of these committees meet during business hours, which makes it very challenging to seat enough counselors. And in a reversal to when I was elected just 6 years ago, the vast majority of our counselors do now work full-time or part-time, and many of us are also caring for family members or have health concerns of our own that also have to be factored in. So I do want to reiterate just how much I appreciate the time during the weekdays, during business hours, that so many of you have agreed to take away from those additional responsibilities to give to committees that meet at times that are not at night. I've tried to streamline the number of committees wherever possible. I've created only one new body that I believe addresses our most pressing need, which is to create new economic development opportunities. My intent is that this committee can meet the need articulated in our December Finance Committee discussions, where we met with the Office of Strategic Planning and Community Development, which is to identify a small number of key corridors in the city where we can act quickly in partnership with the mayor's administration to rezone for revenue-producing development. I'm very pleased to appoint Councilor Taylor to lead this important committee, and I have full confidence in her ability to take on this charge. By taking up this work in a new committee with a defined goal, it's my hope that we can ensure the Ordinance Committee may continue to do its additional business unimpeded, and that any zoning recommendations that result from the work of this new Economic Development Committee will be properly referred to ordinance and/or a joint ordinance and planning board meeting at such time as they're ready to be discussed at that level of detail. Additionally, it's my sincere hope that now that our council has concluded the work of producing a financial paper sufficient to schedule a March special election, we can shift our focus in that committee towards supporting the administration in a robust community engagement and public education campaign to help prepare the community for the election, and to discuss in committee the relevant budget adjustments that we still need to make this fiscal year regardless of the outcome of the election. Separate from those specific committee goals, I'm committed to taking up a long overdue refresh of our council rulebook with our city clerk, starting effective immediately. And as part of that process, I will seek to codify our land acknowledgements placed on the agenda to ensure that we keep our hybrid technology in place, which has been working so well, and of course adjust it if state law at any point changes. And I'd also like to add some new language regarding our use of AI, working, of course, alongside our city IT department, who I know has also been thinking a lot about this. And of course, I'll be incorporating the many other ideas that colleagues have already shared with me about our rulebook this past year so that it remains a collaborative document. So in closing, I want to once again thank all of you for being willing to serve, and I look forward to what we can accomplish this year together. Thank you. So unless there are questions, I think we just need a motion to place on file. That is fine, and I think I actually killed my room here, my view. Okay, thank you. Thanks, sorry, I leaned on it. Councilor McDonald.
Yeah, thank you so much for this, Council President. And I just wanted to ask that we post the committee assignments on the webpage this week so that the community members who weren't able to watch this meeting can see them.
Absolutely, we will be sure to do that. That's a great idea. Any other questions? Councilor Winslow.
Yeah, no, I think we should also make sure that it gets up to the the city's communications folks so that our website can get updated, because that's sometimes lagged a little bit. So just making sure that those
It has,
assignments
yes.
get
We
on
have
the
some
website.
formatting that we need to do. There's
Okay.
a couple issues with the file right now that
Okay,
Caroline and I
okay.
were just talking about.
Okay,
We'll
good.
make sure to get it posted.
Yeah, great.
I also think that it might be nice if we could have our committees listed under our names on our, not just as a document, but I've wondered over the years if sometimes the public, I think they go looking for us and they would like to see under each of our headshots kind of what we're on each year. I don't know if that's too much work, but something that I've been thinking about too.
Why did I was gonna say.
Oh, was it?
I feel like we've had that before.
Okay, well, maybe we should go back to it. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions or ideas?
Yes, I can share that out.
Oh, that's a great idea. Post on the clerk's Facebook.
It's not necessarily something we post probably on the city, but I think it coming from the city clerk's office on their official page, that would
Absolutely
be.
do
Yeah.
that this week.
No, people ask all the time where to find it. It's a very frequently emailed question that I get, for sure. Okay.
I think I heard Karen second it. Okay.
Okay, on a motion by Councilor Simonelli, seconded by Councilor Cologne Hayes, we just need a voice vote. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay.
Oh, unless anybody has any.
I don't want to stifle personal privilege. We do have another meeting next week. Oh, okay, hold on one second, Councilor Winslow. You have the floor.
I just want to acknowledge Adam Weldi and the Malden Fire Department for their work at the fire at 49 Bishop. I mean, Adam literally went into the house to make sure people were safe, got a few animals out, and there is a Facebook page set up for, actually a GoFundMe for the residents there as well. So, he went above and beyond what a neighbor or a resident needs to do. So that's a great thing, and I appreciate the Malden Fire has given them recognition as well. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Counselor Winslow. Counselor Colon-Hayes.
Thank you. I'm just going to keep announcing this until it's here. So I just want to remind people that we have scheduled the Martin Luther King Day celebration Sunday, January 18th, because it's right around the corner. It will once again be at the Emmanuel Baptist Church, and we have a great keynote speaker, Dr. Carl B. Mack, and we're partnering with Malden Reads, Malden High School Love for Kids, the Friends of the Malden Public Library, City of Malden, and a few other groups, but please mark your calendar, and I hope to see you there. It's from 3 to 6. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Counselor Colon-Hayes. Counselor O'Malley.
I just wanted to let everyone know that there's a Tech on Your Terms meeting happening at the library tomorrow, Wednesday, January 7th at 6:30. This is a community group that's looking to advocate for how and when children will be exposed to AI in life, and I think specifically in Malden Public Schools. So it's being run by parents and community members, so everyone's urged to come out and it's in the Macario room at the Malden Public Library. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor O'Malley. Any other lights? Okay, seeing none, I lost track of who made the motion to adjourn.
Sika and Simonelli.
Okay, on a motion by Counselor Sika, seconded by Counselor Simonelli. All in favor? Aye. Okay, we are adjourned at 7:20. Thank you, everyone.